Here we go. Our crowning achievement. Owly is 53 in the world. Highest ranked opponent that I've seen today. Napping on Subterranea. A true Benbro disciple, as it were. I can throw Chavez, double swarm, plus 16 off of the Dracula pop. Just leave this alone. He's got the Angela, so I feel like he is incentivized to play something there. Alright, this is the read. Owly, what makes you a 53? Welcome my friends, the counter to the Loki deck is here, and it might not be what you expect. That's right, Apocalypse discard ye old standby is looking oh so good after the Blade update, being a targeted discard now on the rightmost card in your hand. Makes him way more reliable at being able to dice up the Swarm. If you can hit Swarm once before going into MODOK, you have a mighty engine card indeed, and then hitting the Apocalypse as well is fantastic, being able to amp that carry up through the moon. We're using Dakin instead of Storm. The location lockdown is not very effective right now in a world of Legion and Snowguard, and Dakin gives us that little punch up. The Blade, incredible tech as well here, as I said, and Loki absolutely fumbles the ball when he gets these cards. If he gets the carries but not the activating discard pieces, they're useless. If he gets the activating pieces and not the carries, they're even worse. He's got to have a miracle pull to be able to get any kind of game plan together, and because his backup game plan is the large hand size kind of tricks, if he gets discard pieces and then starts catching strays on what gets discarded, he really can't put any kind of winning game plan together. So we can absolutely abuse that matchup, and then we keep pace with anything else that's on ladder as well. Diving in for our showcase here, let's see how high we're able to climb on the leaderboards. Colleen Wing cutting up the Swarm, rolling into Lady Sip with MODOK in hand. This is already almost perfect draws. This is game one. Here we go. Collector, perfect. You're Loki. Enjoy. Enjoy, my friend. I got you. Vault, I love this for you. I'll go Lady Sif. That'll dice the Apocalypse. We can play into Lechigilia because we know that we're drawing the Chavez at the final turn anyway. I would really like to be able to get Dracula. I get Dakin. That is totally fine. So here, because I know what my turn 5 is, I don't care if I play into Lechigilia right now. So I'm going to put Dakin over there. I'm going to put Nebula on the Vault. It'll lock down, be able to give me that extra carry potential. The Collector is dangerous, right? So MODOK's probably going over there. We'll see how hard they index Collector here. Can I snap on them? I'm on a great run. I'm on a tear. I did not hit Dracula, which is the one fault of my draw, but the Dakin is a bit of a stand-in. Nebula will scale just fine as well. I did not hit Morbius. I gotta clean that up. But I did hit my other discard activations. Collector does crazy things, so I'm gonna respect that. See what else they have. Shard, Nebula, there's the Loki. Enjoy. See how that treats you, my friend. MODOK time. MODOK Vault takes me to 16. I don't think that will ever win. My Nebula will scale for one more, so I'm at 18. Can you put down 4 points? I do believe they can. I'll probably go MODOK on Jotunheim so as not to get worn down too much by those frosty winds. Nebula of their own, Chavez drop. So, we made the right choice. This would have outscaled the MODOK drop. This head is so powerful, it's crazy, man. Alright. So, what are you gonna do? You low-keyed. That means that you don't have... I mean, you got Chavez like now, but... good luck getting anything together. So it's Apocalypse left to be able to keep up with the Chavez. You would have had to top deck a Shang-Chi. Of all these swarms, they do get debuffed, but whatever you play, if you go to multiple cards, that's also going to be debuffed. Not seeing how I lose. Not seeing how I lose. Maybe they'll surprise us. Dracula. Wing to the Wolverine. Hop right? No, mid's fine. Quinjet wears it out. How many cards in your hand? 2. 50-50 on the drac. Don't think I care whatever you pull, though. I happen to be 13 points ahead. Ooh, that's not the miracle you needed. And we prey on another one. All discard activators, and you know what? Blade can just cut the Wolverine. What am I going to do with the Colleen Wing? I guess I'll just wait. Get the activation here. I mean, listen, Blade is 1 power less than the Colleen Wing. Totally fine to be able to play him in her stead. Ooh. Titan means that I could play Apocalypse and play Chavez. I just pass here. I used to run Sunspot instead of the Nebula. I think Nebula's probably better. Oh, wow. I want to get Nebula started, and we've got another Loki. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? What a creative opponent we have here, bringing this tech in. The Loki deck. The Loki deck. It's great. I don't have to do a lot of recording to be able to get the exact matchup that I want to be able to showcase. Yeah, Quinjet, Zabu. I would say this is a high roll for him. Let's see if we were able to carry, though. Lady Sif cuts the Apoc. I think that's exactly what I want right now. Means I could play the 12 power Apoc. I want to see what I top deck, though. I'll hang on to... Yeah, I'll hang on to Dakin. Negative Zone's annoying. Is kind of the niggling in my mind. Back of my mind. There's the Nick Fury. So you didn't hit Loki. You're on plan B. See if we can keep up with that. Quinjet plus Titan is abysmal for us, right? Like that's a lights out kind of bad. But if I Modok here, go Shmodok, you put him in the negative zone because you got so many swarms to be able to drop. It's going to be 4 swarms, a big Apocalypse, and then a Chavez. So we get to throw the Apoc wherever we want, drop the swarms as well. All right. Hit me with that Nick Fury sauce. What do you have? Must be good. Got 3 of them. One of them's bound to be playable. What else do they want to use? Do they max out? I wonder if he drew like Loki or something and now he's torn on losing those good cards to be able to go over. The Loki against this deck is a bait. Could not do it. You gotta start, I think, as people adapt to the Loki meta, you're going to have to realize that in some situations you don't Loki. And if you just Nick Fury to big hand with Quinjet and Titan together, I don't think you Loki. You just play those cards. 1 card, what is it? The laser is so satisfying. And the Apoc reforming himself also so satisfying. Magneto to hold on to the middle location. It's good. It is good. Now the question is, how big a card do you have for Hell's Kitchen? I could throw down 9 power and then play my Apoc on the left to be able to punch through. Or I could anticipate that he's going to put the best cards on right rather than fighting through the negative zone himself. He's already played 1 tower card. What are the odds that Nick Fury gave him other very high power cards? Probably not super high, actually. But then can I trust my 5 to win? My 5 loses just to Chavez. And he knows what's in my hand. It's Apoc, Swarms, and Chavez. Ooh. I don't like it. I think I need to go Apoc. On left. But roll me. Didn't actually have it. Ooh, the Mentis tight budgets. MOBA, Modok, Sif, Drac. I mean, this is a good-ish draw. Your Quinjet? Okay. How many card generating cards do you have? Loki. This might be the best possible situation for Loki. We'll go Morbius. Versus Collector. It used to be these carries were on equal footing, but now Collector is just head and shoulders taller. Oh! What do they lose? What do they lose? Moon Girl. Yep, we snap on that. Snap, snap, snap. Haha! The fates have decided. The Retreat Master. Well, we'll see if we have to drive you away from me today. Titan. Okay, so I go Morbius first. Sentinel Quinjet. Hello, Loki, my old friend. I'm playing against you again. Now I go Dagon with the MODOK show. Have to go left because Asteroid M will suck it in anyway. Want to be very cognizant of our location draws. This one often catches me off guard. You guys, I'm sure, have never been caught off guard. I'll have to play Dracula there too. So then it's probably MODOK on like Titan to be able to amp up the Morbius. I can also go MODOK on right. Morbius is going to be very big. And then I get a Chavez at the end to help out also. So I'm in a good spot. Yeah, I don't want anything getting destroyed here. I don't run control. I just try and outrun you. So Drac on left and I snap. Even without Apocalypse? Ooh. Where's my Apocalypse? Where is my Swarm? I have my Dracula, but no Savior. Maybe I have to hold off. No, I have such good draw otherwise. I just need the Apoc. And then the problem is that he knows that I don't have the Apocalypse once I play MODOK, right? He knows exactly what's in my hand once I play MODOK. So I really want to be able to snap early. Put the pressure on. Late snaps rarely pay out. You filled up left though, and now you're losing. And they've got to bow. The Retreat Master lives up to his name. Here we go. Our crowning achievement. Owly is 53 in the world. Highest ranked opponent that I've seen today. Napping on Subterranea. A true Benbro disciple, as it were. Alright, hit me. I know you're playing Loki. Yep. I knew it. Swapping positions. Hate rocks. There's Collector as well. Lehigh gives us a little bit of juice. Oh, fascinating. Patriot can buff the rocks, but MODOK can discard the rocks. I think he snapped because he knows that he can just build his deck as he plays it out. He doesn't have to draw it. I have to draw it. Largely have to draw it. We're making do. We're making do just fine. Got Dracula here. I go Loki. Enjoy. We hit. Oh my goodness. Alright, we were still able to find our carries. They were few and far between. We took an awkward pass on turn 2, but otherwise, we have weathered the storm. Now Collector. Collector is scary. Do I need to scare him back? I like the MODOK here. I drop the Shmoki. Give him little tinglies up the spine that anything would be able to keep pace with the Loki Collector. Leave our options open, or do I abandon it entirely? I'm going to leave my options open. I think he'll just let it sit. But now my Nebula scales. Yeah, you play Dakin. Do you have the discard? Is this the blade to be able to cut it up immediately? And there's the wing, which does cut it up immediately. And he's an Apoc. Whoosh. My Dakin answers. And my Apoc is ready to go. So I'm up by 1. I'm scaling the Nebula. I've got the 9 to drop. Takes me to 17. Buff, buff. Ooh, man. Or do we consolidate forces? He flips first, so I dodge all control. I can throw Chavez, double swarm, plus 16 off of the Dracula pop. Just leave this alone. He's got the Angela, so I feel like he is incentivized to play something there. Off of the Loki, you know he has fodder for it. I don't think Collector is going to be getting very much larger. Alright, this is the read. Owly, what makes you a 53? MODOK cuts. It does buff Collector there with 1. Chavez. Sif goes. Oh, but he had one more. And now we scale up. And now Dracula hits. I'm down by 12. Up by 13. Read you like a book. What a game. So here is the deck in all of its discarding glory. We just cut through Loki deck smooth as Lady Sif's sword through the Apocalypse flesh, or smooth as Modoc's butt rocket flight. We're losing it in the sauce here. But this deck really is incredibly consistent, especially with the new addition of that updated blade. And watching the Lokis scratch their head on how they're supposed to combo these cards is truly hilarious. If you guys pick this deck up, I hope it earns you many cubes on your climb up to infinite. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.